Hello, ghouls and gamers, and of course, my fellow rejects. Today we got some more patch notes. We got another patch today. I wanted to go ahead and just kind of go over it, look at some of the changes, bug fixes, buffs, nerfs, see what we got, what's going on in the world of Darktide. So first thing they want to say is here are the patch notes for 1.0.25. Later this week, we will also be releasing a dev blog talking about changes to crafting, Sire Milk's Requisitorium, and the Armory Exchange, which I'll be trying to tune into that and see if I can give y'all, the hot takes from that. We are also, they changed the way that the patch notes are going to be because of our feedback, kind of break some stuff down a little differently, which you're about to see now. And without further ado, here's patch notes. So for the Ogren, they blessings, feats, and abilities. So they fixed an issue where intimidating presence was a multiplier instead of a modifier. So beware of that. Skullbreaker tweaks reduce the damage reduction from hard as nails per nearby knockdown or incapacitated ally from 25% to 20%. So they're nerfing that feat a little bit. I don't personally use that feat, but if you do, be aware that you're losing 5% damage reduction per knockdown ally. Hard as nails now only counts allies within 20 meters. Can't really remember what hard as nails is. I think that's the one where you get extra uh, toughness regeneration, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Fixed an issue with Raging Bull where only the second attack was empowered, and now it will trigger on all melee attacks, which that's nice. That's going to help us a lot. But they did reduce the damage of Raging Bull from 5% to 2.5%. I think it's still a buff in the long run if it'll actually register all of our combos. So that'll be nice. Zealot, they tweaked increased toughness bonus from Purify and Blood from 50% to 75%. So got a nice little buff from that. I believe that's the one that on melee kill you get bonus toughness. Um, that would be super nice if that's the case. The other thing they did is reduce toughness damage reduction from Faith Restored from 75% to 50%. So a buff and a nerf, buff and a nerf. But, um, in the end, I think it'll work out for the best. Psyker, they fixed an issue where warp charge cost would incorrectly increase when using Brain Burst. Uh, Good. I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed an issue where Psychonetics abilities sometimes would get interrupted by being stunned. Good. Uh, they tweaked, they increased the damage bonus gain from Warp Siphon by 3% up to 4% warp charge per warp charge. Warp Siphon charges will now fall off gradually. Increase the damage and stagger of Brain Burst by 10%. That's really good. Needed that. Increase the damage taken by the target from 15% to 25% when using cerebral lacerations. That's good too. Fix an issue where kinetic overload would target dead enemies. That's a great fix. So, good things for the Psyker. Psyker, I think they still need more, but that's a very good start on the Psyker. I'm glad to see it. Veteran. Sorry, excuse me. Fixed an issue where counterfire didn't increase weak spot damage by an additional 25%. So, yeah, that's important. I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed an issue where counterfire and sustained fire would refresh volley fire on Ogren kills. Uh, that's good. You know, we it was a bug. That was a bug we could have used, but glad it's fixed. Uh, Raise the reload speed received from Blessings speed reload from 0.04 to 0.14 on the highest rarity. Okay, that's pretty good. They also increase the amount of toughness replenished from exhilarating takedown and covering fire from 10% to 15%. That's helpful. Increase the amount of stamina restored by duck and dive from 20% to 30%. So mostly buffs here. That's good. Weapon, they did a lot of fixes. I don't usually like to go through these, but I'm going to go through most of them here. They smoothed out some animations with the braced autogun. So remove the jitteriness from the Mark II, Mark IV, and Mark VIII braced autogun. Transitions between weapons, special, and hip fire, which that's very good. I'm glad because Gamma, my buddy Gamma, he was very upset about that. So I'm glad they fixed that. They fixed a bug with the shotgun, with the Lawbringer shotgun.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
Sorry about that. Anyways, they fixed an issue where the Lawbringer shotgun would be unaffected by weapon stats when firing directly after reloading. They also fixed an issue where the damage stat for primary attacks with the plasma gun showed lower values than the actual damage. Fixed an issue with the assault chain axe. That wouldn't trigger bloodthirsty on all attacks. Glad that's fixed. Fixed an issue that could cause a crash when doing a push follow up attack with the Blaze Force sword. They tweaked damage from all Ripper guns against Carapace slightly. It's from 0.01 to 0.05, so it's still not going to like melt the Carapace, but it's helpful. They tweaked the damage output of the faux render Ripper gun Mark 5 and 6 from 200 and 400 to 250 and 500. So they buffed Ripper guns for Ogrins completely. My fellow Ogrins, get out there, try out your Ripper guns. They buffed them all the way around. So they buffed the damage on these. They increased the ammo count for the Mark 5 and the Mark 2 Ripper guns. They buffed the kickback, which is the Ogren shotgun. They increased the reload speed value by 35%. That's a huge increase. I'm excited to see what that looks like in game. They upped the modifier against Carapace armor from 0 to 0.05. They increased the damage against maniac enemies by 0.1, really. They increased the range cleave from 1.5 to 2.5, increased ammo reserve base by values by 5, and increased minimum effectiveness range from 5 to 8, and maximum from 8 to 15. So, I mean, Ogren weapons all around are looking great right now. They buffed the cleavers against the flak armor. They increased the sweep speed of cleavers. They fixed a bug where weapon special couldn't be used while blocking for the cleavers, which is your uppercut. They fixed the bully club to where the second sweep increased by 30. Second sweep speed increased by 30%, and chain time into it from other actions is decreased. They tweaked the assault axe, the chain axe. First heavy attack is slightly more horizontal, so you can cleave through more enemies. Headhunter autogun got buffs, slight buffs, extra damage buffs, horizontal recoil made easier to handle, up the impact on it, which is essentially the stagger. Increase the average clip size for the for the Headhunter autogun, but also for for all the Headhunter autoguns. So increase average clip size for all the Headhunter autoguns. Okay. Increase damage and impact to heavy attacks with the chain axe, and it will to damage one more target while cleaving. They increase the sweep speed and decrease the increase sweep speed of push follow-up attacks by 20% and decrease chain time to block I guess that's for everything. I guess that's across the board. Um, fixed a bug with the cleavers, with the Ogren cleavers and the Grenadier gauntlet. Um, increased the kickback range. And fixed an issue where the assault chain stored stab push attack applied bloodletting more often than it should. So buffs, lots of buffs. Mostly on the headhunter autogun, the braced autogun, and Ogren cleavers, Ogren kickback, and Ogren shredder guns. So check those out. Um, that's gonna be helpful. Uh, fixed a perk with the stamina. Fixed the stamina curios. Tweaked some enemies. Made them scaled them down a little bit. See here. Fix some more cosmetics with clipping, and this here was just some more fixes and tweaks. So improve button hints for controllers for actions inside the loadout view. That's good. That's good. Yeah, these are just some basic stuff. So yeah, they are back to work on the game. We're getting more info. Hopefully, we'll get some good info on crafting coming up later on this week. I'll try and watch that video, depending on how long it is. I'll try and put out majority of what's in it, or at least the hot takes from it. So hit that sub button, hit that follow button, hit those alerts. Find out what's going on, and I'll keep you posted. So I'll be finishing up the weapon preview series soon. Sorry, things picked up at work. I've been busy, but they are coming. They're just coming more slowly. So I apologize for that. And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. And as always, stay swampy.